think I'll have to finish playing around with the zoom on this thing. But anyway, this is Godfather of Harlem. I'm on episode 3 right now. Still the first season. Um, oh, my dog's digging in something. Knock it off. Hey, hey, knock it off. She likes digging in stuff. Oh, wait, I'm recording the video. Godfather Harlem. Like I said, episode 3, season 1. I want to see if I could actually remember. If I do it, I'll forget it. But so let me try to clear my words up. A few things to get off my chest here. I just watched like my first video ever posted to YouTube, and I really haven't changed my style at all. But anyway, I stumble and stutter a lot over my words. That's one of the main reasons that I'm making YouTube videos in the first place, is in order to work on my speech. Now, got that out the way. Back to this episode. Yeah, no, I'll forget. I'm thinking to myself, I'll forget if I don't do this first. So I always wind up telling the story in reverse, kinda. I talk about the stuff that happened at the end of the episode first because it's the freshest in my mind. So, with that being said, so far the show has been. Well, I guess I could wait. I guess I could wait on that. I want to talk about the main character, Forrest Whitaker's character. He's such a good actor, and it comes. It's like smacking you right in the face in this episode. So, up until now, which I know it's only been about. I've only watched 2 episodes. He's had such a strong and like commanding presence. Well, not little, but homicidal, and you know what I mean. Very very strong presence. And in this episode, we get a look at. Well, I got to look at. I got to see the character very vulnerable because of what happened to his daughter. His daughter was basically taken advantage of in a situation that she put herself in by thieving from a high end store. It sold high end clothes and jewelry, uh, basically things to keep it with the Joneses. And one of the security guards there winds up doing the unthinkable. He took, she took something, and he took something that you should never take. I can't believe I just made a joke about that, but yeah, he raped her. So we got that going on, and this is the main character's daughter. So when he hears this news, he goes down there, and like I said, he's done such a great job of. Forrest Whitaker as an actor has done such a great job of portraying his character as strong and vulnerable at times, but like ever always on his toes in order to pivot. Very smart, calculated. But in this, you see him so weak when he finds out his daughter's been violated in such a way. I just thought I'd point that out. It was that's just shows you how good of an actor Forrest is. Now, the main idea of the episode. So we've got a lot of things going on that adds to how great they've been able to. Well, it adds to doesn't add anything. It illustrates how good the actors and writers have been at keeping balance throughout the series. Now let me try and explain that. So what do you have going on in this episode that's been going on in all the rest of the episodes? You got this love affair between this Italian mob boss and a non-related black person to Bumpy. You've got that situation going on. Those actors are doing their thing, and they're really, really selling that well. I mean, they're selling it. It's not overly believable because they're supposed to be younger than what they are in real life, so you can't really connect with them on that level, but they are doing a great job of showing that it's young love, which means it's like really high and really low. It's like no in between. It's like all go. It's like a boat throttle. It's all go or nothing. That type of thing. They do a great job of showing that. But the one thing I want to say about that before I go over that is the young black man, he lets his mother get in his head about she's not with you because she loves you. She's only with you because she wants to make her father mad. This, that, she's only using you. But you're gonna listen to your mom regardless. And he keeps getting that beat into his head, and then of course he turns around. He walks on a pretty good, what could have been a pretty good record deal, and her at the same time because of what his mother's been saying. It's like, man, if I've been there too. I've had somebody who was supposed to be in my corner who I thought had my best interest at hand is beating away, beating my eardrums up, telling me something that's not even factual, and then I go and act on that, and it's like I just look like a fool. I've been there too, so I can understand that. What else happened? That's a little love affair. Talked about Bumpy and his daughter. I touched on it. I don't really talk about it. Talked about the mob guy. What else happened in this dang episode? Oh, this is the reason. This is what I was talking about them. I was talking about balance and having. I talk about the structure, how good it is. So you've got a character. Well, you got an actor playing Malcolm X, and then you got a character portraying like what is he, like a minister slash congressman or something like that. I'm still freaking all the characters, and then you got Bumpy himself. So there's one scene. There's all this hoopla. I mean, there's a couple hundred people outside this storefront where the shoplifting and the rapists took place. So all three of them have their own interests. It's fair enough. Each character is unique. Makes sense, right? Now, the writers take this chance to pinpoint that and show, I guess, the brains of where his daughter is coming from. Now, she starts getting talking about, I'm just a junkie. She passed by on the street, and police just think you're the N-word with the hard ER, this, that, and the third. But in that speech, she points out that at least she's aware and conscious or smart enough to know each one of those agendas. She points out that Malcolm X's agenda is to make her some type of project in order to get some type of fulfillment for himself. All right. Maybe that's her take on it. Maybe that's just my take on it. She points out the congressman is, oh, I'm just a headline, which is what he really needed. How she gathered that, I don't know, but, and then I'm not sure, what she say to her father, I'm not sure, I'm not a worthless or something like that, because she feels undesired by him. Well, he's a kingpin of a whole borough. Am I saying that right? Borough? One of those little neighborhoods, and I guess not a little, but a section of New York. I mean, he's got a lot on his plate, and you were his first child, so of course there's going to be some neglect in there. I'm not excusing it. Don't get me wrong. I come from a background with what? How should I describe my father? Oh God, I don't want to get too personal, but yeah, I come from a background similar to that, so I understand where she's coming from. What else did I say? What else happened in this episode? Did I mess up? What did she? Yeah, she pointed out what each of those characters were after or about, and what pertains to this particular incident, which I thought was like, okay, you're bringing it back full circle. I like that. And I can't make another video without mentioning. I won't say his full name. The guy's name is BD Buster. Maybe it was an abbreviation. Not abbreviation. I just used the first letter of the two parts of his name. But he's been in 2 episodes now, I think, and it's just like, why you keep bringing it back up, dude? I mean, I understand he was useful in this episode, but man, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I keep thinking about Boondocks and other stuff when that character comes up. I don't know. It's funny. That the Boondocks reference is really funny. Well, not reference, but how I'm thinking about it is funny. Try to get my thoughts together here. What else happened in this episode? Talked about. I really started writing this stuff down, man, because I'm all over the place in my head. Talked about how. Yeah, talked about that. I talked about Bobby Johnson and his newfound emotion. I've talked about the relationship between the two young lovers. I talked about his daughter. Talked about Malcolm X. What else? I think that was pretty much it that happened in this episode. If I'm forgetting anything, nothing I can do now. I like this episode. It's pretty good. So far, the series hasn't really let me down. I mean, I have to get back to you on that. So far, I can't say nothing has let me down to the point where it's nagging me like some movies and TV shows I watch. Nothing's really nagging me right now. I'm enjoying it. The opening music is really good. That's all I can say. If you like me stumbling and bumbling over episodes I literally just watched and movies, of course, I've got Breaking Bad, I'm doing The Wire, I've got The Mandalorian, which I don't really like. I've got plenty of movies, and I'm doing more all the time. So go check those videos out and subscribe.